Good afternoon, everyone.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry
There's
memories
still
of
a lot
my
of room
home.
for improvement with this machine.
This blade.
I'm
It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
I moved so I wasn't near the NPCs that are constantly talking, and Kazuha just decided he wanted to say something. Hello, Kazuha, and good afternoon, everyone. It's lunchtime, so we got some Genshin. All right, so as our title suggests, uh, we've made some really good progress on the account. Like, I'm actually really pleased. I've had these characters now in the final ascensions. You know, they're still level 80, but they have that final ascension for their stats. So like crit rate, crit damage, elemental mastery, all that stuff. And it's actually shown. I did the Imaginarium Theater yesterday. I finally remembered to do that. Only going to normal mode. I don't have the characters to do hard mode, so it's in the same position as my main. But the funny thing is I actually cleared it easier on the alt than I did my main. And maybe that was because of all the cryo. That is very well possible, all the cryo. Although at one of the chambers I had, when I went in, I actually got to use my Eula team with Kazuha. So that was nice. Whereas I can't do that on my main. I actually couldn't use my main DPS party. But Nuvolette just trounces everything, and of course I use my C1 Nuvolette as a supporting cast. So, but we got those primos, we got those, that Mora. So if you look up here, we're back to 1.3 mil, and I say it that way because I did knock myself down below a mil because I went, oh, let's check out some talents. Kazuha's still the same, Xingqiu's the same. That's mainly because he needs guides to gold, because which Lei character doesn't need guides to gold? Um, but we did up Farina's skill up to 8, and she really only needs the Whopper Flower Nectar in her books. I just don't have enough books to do anything with Justice. Hey Brian, how you doing? So we just need some more talent books, which is fine. You know, we skipped the Traveler. Baiji has stayed the same. We got Tainari up to 656. And we did fight the Raiden Shogun. So honestly, I don't know why I'm just sitting on that. How much does it cost? Oh, that's why. It was like 120, excuse me, 120k, but we'll up his normal attack. Oh, he's one, and we need, of course, that. But we got Lynette to 8-8 because I just keep getting the Ever Ambers when I do a path. Got Kaya's Glacial Waltz up to 8. But we were gonna have to start fighting the wolf because he and Fischl need the same items. Zhangling, I found out, wasn't at level 8 Pyronatal, so I did her stuff. So yeah, we actually made some progress doing that. I'm down here, so I can pick up my ore. I don't think I picked that up yet. No, I did. Well, we're just going to make some more, and hopefully we can get Tainari's bow finished. Doing okay. Gonna mess up Joe later. What did he do? What he do? All right, let's do our login here. And you know what? I'm going to let the resin accumulate a little bit. We're at 141. Before I decide if I want to condense or not. I still have the plan of doing ley lines. We need Mora specifically. I don't need to be on Eula's team right now, so let me bring back out. Because I still need to practice using Tainari. I have a tiki. You know, I killed it and I didn't pick up the chicken. There we go. Tyson posted a riddle in a group chat, and Joe, King of No Spoilers, dropped the answer after I had been. Oh. Ah, god dang it, I didn't mean to hit the vegetables. That sucks, man.
No need to be so nervous.
Although that's the second
It's
offense
better
for
to
Joe
take it
kind of
easy.
doing something like that, because didn't he send a message to Tyson after seeing Deadpool and was actually spoilery but not spoilery with it after saying he didn't want spoilers for the movie? Oh, yeah, that would make sense. I didn't do the underwater stuff yesterday. Actually being sorry for ruining. He just said I didn't read the following line. Saying the DM. He answers, "Oh, huh? How are you not up?" Yeah, that's the vegetables. How the heck did that? So case in point for that spot, I didn't pick up anything yesterday. I skipped out on doing the route. So the fact that that's not there is weird. And I legit didn't touch anything. Well, what the duck? I'm sorry, man. Like that really is no fun.
By royal decree.
I'll uproot you!
Tainari?
A bitter pill to swallow.
So how doing? How are you? I'm okay. I'm in a little bit of pain. I just slept funny. So last night I actually went to bed kind of early. I went to bed at like 11:30, and I slept for about 3 hours. Woke up going, "Oh man, I'm kind of hurt, but I also need a drink." So I thought those were kind of related. So I got up, grabbed a seltzer, sat in the living room, kind of sitting up straight in the on the couch and stuff. I was like, okay, that feels a little better. The spot on my neck and my back were feeling okay. Went back to sleep. And I got up this morning and I must have contorted really, really weird because my neck hurts. It's not as bad as when I initially woke up. Because when I woke up, I could barely turn my head to the right. And now I can. So it hurts when I do it, but it is what it is. That's what I get for getting old. But on a lighter note, as I was saying, like I'm actually happy with the progression the alt account is making. I can see where the struggles are. That mainly is because of resources. And that's always going to be a struggle. And I say that not to discourage people from playing the game, but note that people who have played the game since like day one or very, very early on have resources. This account is, I don't even think 6 months old. Because I made this account on the end, near the end of Zhao's banner. Because I wanted to make sure I could get the primos for it. So whatever that was, is how many months old this is. Well, actually, you know what? We'll take a peek at one of the characters after I do my artifact route. So by no means is this account terrible. It's had some bad luck. Like In terms of the 5 stars, we've only lost 50-50 twice so far, which honestly, pretty dang good. And what we've gotten out of the loss has been decent. Yeah, I poo-pooed Eula before because I honestly don't like her character. Like, she is freaking annoying. Do I like her look? Yes. Her gameplay is actually kind of fun as well. But her as a character, vengeance will be hers, and it's annoying. It's all about the vengeance. I would have been happier with Klee, absolutely, because I wanted Klee, and I do know Klee has a higher skill ceiling than Eula. But out of everything we could have gotten, Eula was the best option, so that was, it gave her one of our primary DPSs, right? And then with Emily, I still would like Emily. Like, Emily's been a lot of fun on my main. But with Natline coming out, this being free to play, we do have to.
Another test subject.
Excuse me. We do have to, take everything into consideration. Why aren't you?
Test subject.
Let's nip that in the bud. Can't see?
Shower me with praise! Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Okay, that wasn't too bad. I don't know why switching characters is such a hassle sometimes. But yeah, Emily was... I'm actually really surprised at how good she is. For what I wanted to do, because I don't have too many pyro units, it definitely would push Bennett into being leveled, despite him only being C0.
Mind the side effects.
Baiju's a half-life. Because I was gonna use her for like a general Dendro application, not just burning. But her whole kit is for burning, so I would actually be pushing up using like Yanfei and stuff like that too. If I do decide, instead of going for Mulaney, to go back in and try to get Emily on the guarantee, like, I at the very least would hope to get C4 Yanfei. Because if I get C4 Yanfei, that changes a lot. Whoop. Hi, honey. How you doing? But getting Tainari was, like I said, I'm not a huge fan of bow users. To me, it feels very clunky. And I'm noticing that more and more with the auto lock on with Tainari. But, he's a solid damage dealer. And the funny thing is, he works with Emily. So it's kind of that, do I? Do I agree? Do I try? Or do I actually save? And for the free-to-play aspect of this account, saving for, I keep wanting to say Z-Lion, and that's not technically right. I just don't know how to say her name. The Geo 5-star that's supposedly coming out, I think in 5.1 potentially. She's supposed to be a really, really good buffer, and it's just like, don't sleep on your supports. It's one of the reasons that, like, when I got Baiju on my main, I'm like, yeah, if I do a second account, I am 100% going after Baiju again on the ult. Because he is such a comfy support healing unit that I can't imagine not having him now. Same with Farina. Farina is just broken. Pull on her.
Strike a pop! By royal decree!
Yeah, and then we have this problem.
I'll uproot you!
A bitter pill to swallow.
And again, never sure how she aggroes. But that was rude. Did I get everything? Nope, I didn't. All because she decided to come down and play. But not fully. It's like the bully in the back of the classroom throwing spitwads at you. Do, 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 do. Oh, also, like, again, I keep up with the rumors and stuff about the upcoming versions, right? And we'll get confirmation on a lot of stuff, I think, on Friday. I believe that is the day for the special program. This I don't think they will confirm until it's closer to the actual update. But supposedly, and this is the thing, since we started playing, certain characters have had or certain regions have gotten free characters because they introduced a new element or a new mechanic. So for Sumeru, we got Kale. For Fontaine, we got Lynette. So naturally, everyone was assuming we would get a free 4-star of some kind for Natlan because it's introducing like a traverse kind of mechanic and stuff like that. Just something brand new that's unique to Natlan characters. Well, now supposedly they're saying they're not giving out a free 4-star for Natlan. For the Natlan region. Let me rephrase that. For the Natlan region. And rumored to have a free Bennett. Yes, Bennett. Now, don't get me wrong. My main and my alt would be happy with that. That would put my mains at C5 and it would put me at C1 to go, you know, I really should level Bennett. But why? Like, of all characters, like, why? No, don't go to that one. Go to this one. Again, that's just a rumor, and I only saw, like, 2 channels talk about that, and they're the 2 that I don't normally watch. But that information there is on my radar. Oh, I didn't hit those. I thought I hit those spots when I went mining yesterday on the overworld. Because the only spots I know of that I didn't hit were the underwater ones. And that's just because okay, we skip that one. We skip it, because that's where the, blink blank commission is. And rumors of Zootopia 2, some test footage leaked. It looks so good. I did see at D23 that they did talk about Zootopia 2, so I'm glad that you actually got some kind of information. Also, again, I see a lot of shipping discourse. It doesn't matter the fandom at this point. It doesn't matter if I'm in my sandbox or not. I see a lot of shipping discourse, and I saw somebody retweet a picture of Judy and Nick from, I believe it was from Zootopia 2, like going, please don't actually be a couple, please don't be a couple, please don't be a couple. It's like, first of all, that's somebody's OTP. You be nice. You stay in your lane. If it becomes canon, who the fuck cares? If it becomes canon, awesome for you, Brian. How dare I? Yeah, exactly. Like, honestly, in the way that I ship characters, they have enough chemistry between them that, yeah, I ship it.
The weather is damp and chilly. I suggest getting indoors to avoid these conditions, if possible.
And since it's raining, that means there's no boars. Man, I just run out of stamina all the time. It's like he coughs and all my stamina goes away. Okay, they were just good friends. I'd be over the moon if it was progress beyond that. Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like first of all, stay in your lane. Shipping is meant to be fun. There's no harm in it. If it becomes canon, then fine. But canon doesn't mean the end of the world either.
Yoo-hoo! On reveal time.
One with the force.
Let's do that. So they're not going to attack anything random. Okay, we skipped 3, so this should be here. What? Well, I know I picked up the vegetables, but that shouldn't have meant anything. All right, let's go check with Mr. Boots. Mr.
The
Boots.
sun feels almost as hot as those studio lights I'm in front of all the time. Good thing there can only be one sun.
Okay, so the run is over, but like I said, what's weird is that one spot didn't have one. And I know I picked up vegetables by accident twice, but that shouldn't have done anything to that one box. Would Eevee be there? Oh my god. You know what? I'll accept that. I'll accept that AU crossover. Oh, speaking of Pokemon, I actually learned today that yesterday, I think it was yesterday, because that was the 10th. Sunday.
Boring.
So Saturday was the 10th. The voice shut up. The English voice actress for Jessie and Misty passed away. That one hurts. That one hurts. Because Pokemon was actually one of the first actual anime I was watching. Alright. Alright, what do we have? I know I'm not leveling Tighnari's this. Because this is just atrocious for what it's rolled into. It only needs one more level, and if it doesn't grow into crit rate, I'd be very, very sad. But did I think I did. Oh, maybe I didn't. Oh, it was this one. It was this one. Can we get potato crit rate? Of course not. No, I think the one that Tighnari has right now technically would be better. Because he needs the crit rate. But that's okay. That's okay. We can't win them all. Can't win them all. Let's go down here. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, the other thing I learned randomly that I laughed at, and I was like, oh, that's really neat. Because randomly on Facebook, whenever there's a specifically a Japanese VA's birthday, I'll randomly see something that somebody made that has like the picture of the voice actor and a bunch of their roles surrounding it saying happy birthday. Apparently the Japanese voice of Baiju is the same person who did Urutaros for Den-O. Yep, we're definitely gonna have to get more Jeebus. Oh, one more. One more and we get a wish. All right, Tiggy. Because I want this done all at once, and that's why I haven't done it. No! No, we're so close. So hacking close. Do I have anything to like wish with? I don't think I do. Oh, I take that back. We have 2 standards. No 4-star, definitely not the 5-star. 15. What? 20? 25? 25. We're 25 in. That's not too bad. Let's see if we can get some weapon fodder here. 1. Yep, it's suspected as a blue, and another blue. Yep. Perfectly fine. It's fine. Alright, so the plan is to actually just do Mora ley lines. Again, we only have 1.3 mil, and leveling our talents is going to be a little bit of a bitch. We do need XP, but like I said, I want to do a week's worth of XP and then level a character to 90. That's kind of the way I'm thinking about it. We'll have the Mora set first, so we have that around 650, 700, 800k, because we have some of them are going to have to deal with the final ascension, like Tainari. But, you know, that 650k to do the leveling. And then, you know, so like next week we'll do a week's worth of XP books, level Baiju to 90, that kind of thing. Here's my question, chat. Because I'm just sitting on these. And they're meant to be used. I understand the want and desire to have them to do many domain runs for artifacts, because you are going to be doing many runs for artifacts. So I get it. But there's also a lot more disappointment with the artifacts than just outright building the characters. So my question, and we can sit on this while I do the XP or the Mora ley line. So I'm just going to use my normal resin for the Mora. Should we pop the fragile resin? I think on average, I'm going to need to use 27 for the low end to ascend Tainari, Lynette, and Beto. Or at the very least get their boss items. Because crystals are a whole nother deal. So do you think that's wise to actually pop that many to just do the bosses, and that's like we just get everyone up to the snuff for that final ascension, and then the following this whole week, like I said, is going to be Mora. So then next week with our normal resin, we level 1 character, and then the next and the next, because we're holding out for Natland. So no, you don't think so? So here, this is why I'm so confused, because like that's what like I kind of want to do to make sure I get everybody there that I can use. But at the same time, I understand having the resin on deck for talents, because they haven't fixed that shit. No need to rush getting to the boss items. I need Sumeru. I zoomed out too far. There we go. Do I have more ley lines out here? Yes. Okay. Move back to Eula's team. Use them on talent books or weapon items because it's daily locked. Yeah, see, that was the other thing, was because they are daily locked, was potentially using them for that. And I do understand that aspect too, because for an example, Tainari's would be today. So I could go, you pop a few to get some of Tainari's books. Because we do want the talents to be at least 8, and if they're level 80, they're capped at only 8, so it's not necessarily a bad thing. You can get like 10 boss drops a day. Hello, where'd you come from?
Freeze to the core. Shudder. Rack and ruin. Rain outlines your fate. Huh? Rain cutter.
Into the wind. Final warning.
Crush. More speed.
Oh my god, where'd the third one come from?
Clouds high. The birds call. One with nature.
And he did not get picked up. What the heck?
Shudder.
Now's your chance. Precision strike.
Know my sword. Witness the power of Gugwa. Flood of frost. Beg for mercy.
That was unfortunate. I didn't get to move fast enough.
Rain outlines your fate. Know my sword.
Neutralizing threats.
I condemn you.
I will never say no to the chaos parts. You can just do boss one or two a day as well to level someone. It's what I did with Siege Wayne. I didn't build her in a day. True.
More speed.
Let's just... I'm running over you. Please explode.
More speed.
Well, I should have waited.
Shudder.
Into the wind. The wind knows me.
Eye for an eye.
Nice drops. Over by this, yes. We up or down? I think we're up. Yep. Oh, that little dude's got the zoomies.
Beg for mercy.
One with nature. Engaging.
Oh, I made a friend.
Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter.
Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Rack and ruin. Know my sword.
You had your chance.
Eye for an eye.
Come on. Boom. Bung, 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 bung.
Time to scout.
Alright, looking good.
Crush. Rain outlines your fate.
Precision strike.
Beg for mercy.
Into the wind.
See, that's what we like to see. Look at all the fungus drops. Well, we'll do this one really quick. This looks like it's supposed to be an aiming one. So let's bring in Fischl or Tainari. Tiggy!
Who ate?
Who ate the poisonous mushroom? I'm not sure, but it's a very good question. Hope that didn't get exploded. Are you seriously like that far away? You are. Are you kidding me? Okay, Tainari, don't be stupid.
Smells like something good is inside.
There's that spot in the desert. It sucks. It's on top of the mountain. Yeah, I've done that one multiple times. Use the skill first. Like, even on stuff like that. Uh, 10 open worlds. 10 open world quest thingies. Should seek. Oh! For some reason, I didn't think it would home on the inanimate object things. I should know better.
For justice.
And fruit pies.
Crush.
Oh, I am lucking out with these today.
One with nature. Neutralizing threat.
Rack and ruin.
Alright, like two more. Two more. This one looks close by, so we can just hop down. We'll kill. Oh, these are going to be more fungus too. We'll kill these two because they're right here.
Beg for mercy.
The wind knows me.
Not quite sure where that one is.
Crush.
One with nature.
Rain outlines your fate.
Come on. Why are you just standing there?
Eye for an eye.
That was weird. I guess is it just across the way? Is this weird one? Yeah. Aw, that was unfortunate. I missed.
Rain outlines your fate. Rack and ruin.
Let's see. We were at 1.3. What's up with us at now? 1.6. Okay. Really not that bad. We made 300K. And got plenty of drops. That was actually the best outcome I could have gotten for the Sumeru ones. So, why don't we make our way over to a crafting bench? I just want to take a little peek. We'll go over to Mondstadt. Go over to good old Mondstadt. Nothing beats that. And we'll flip to our friendship team. We can hand this stuff in. It would help if it hit the book like I told it to. Look at all that carryover. That's gonna be so easy after like rebuilding that from Natlan, and then I'll never have to touch the commissions again. Just out of curiosity, what did I get for a Raiden? Do we want this? This is Tainari's. I know I don't have any. I got the shell, which is Kuki's. Now, granted, I don't have Kuki on this account, so I could transmute it for Tainari. And be up here. I believe you're the only. Honestly, I think you're the only Sumeru character I'm using. So we could make 2. Because why not? Don't have any of the browns left. So we'll do that. You gonna pop off, Shinko? No? Alright, let me see what Tainari actually needs. Because the only one I'm really worried about is actually his normal attack right now. This is at 7. Oh, yeah, duh. Duh. I actually would need the item to transmute. So, yes, I would worry about that. Alright, so his skill is the only thing that we really need to level just to get it at 6. Which is where I wouldn't mind just keeping it for a bit. So we probably will farm Tainari's. No reason not to. Who else is today? No one uses freedom, I don't think. Oh, prosperity? And equity. Nobody uses equity. Nobody uses, I can't read my handwriting because I'm looking at the wall. But I don't think anybody, like, she was freedom. But we're not building, we actually are holding off on Diona. So your ballad, your gold, your diligence, Kazuha's diligence, your ballad, your today, I know that. Your gold, resistance? Yes. Resistance, diligence, question mark. Your gold. What was Mika? Mika's ballad. I should have guessed. Your order, and you're already 8-8. You're fine. Your justice, and that's tomorrow? Yeah, that's tomorrow, is Farina's. And that's pretty much it. He would be no, he's resistance. I keep wanting to think Bennett's freedom. I don't know why. Sucrose, I believe, is freedom. But out of active characters, I guess the only one we need to worry about right now is Tainari. So I'm going to be right back really quick to hit the bathroom. And then we'll go get some talent books. BRB, y'all. back. Back. All right. My curiosity, where are yours gonna be? Yeah. Why do they even bother making separate domains for characters? Because seriously, every Leeway character uses gold, except for like 2. Yeah, he uses prosperity. He was the one I was thinking of. Him and, I believe Kaching use prosperity. And she uses the same as Tainari and Sino. Transients, that's what that says. What's funny is my handwriting makes it look like a G, so it looked like triangulance. And I'm like, that's not a thing. I mean, we're not going to be worrying about a couple of these characters for right now. Praxis. Of all things, Praxis. Which is the same as Dea's. Hey, diligence. Go figure. Well, that makes sense. Like, she was taught under, like, Jiangling and, Jiangling. Madame Peng. If it's true that Madame Peng's gonna become playable, I won't be surprised if she uses diligence. Razor is resistance. This is just me being curious. Ingenuity. Okay. Justice. Freedom. Don't worry, Sucrose. I'm watching you. Just to get a second grouper up. Then of course we got Sayu. Faruzan. And she uses the same as Tenyari. Light. Resistance. You know, I would have actually thought she would have used freedom. Amber. Amber uses freedom. Okay. All right. No.
Being too popular can be
The mining we're just gonna get, and we're gonna finish the resin out. Oh, we can do our weeklies too.
a hassle. Who knew the people would
All right, let's see. How many should we do? Three? I think 3 is good, right? 180, 20 below cap.
so much?
No. Yes. Okay. And then we get one more run, so that's good. All right, let's go talk to Catherine.
The neighboring nation of Liyue has the most Ad Astra Abyssos. Thank you for completing. Ad Astra.
Oh, my other people aren't back. Really? Oh, yeah, I did go on the alt rather late yesterday, didn't I? Because I did both Genshin accounts after I got back from my brother's. Yeah, my other pieces for me? It's not going to be enough to level, I know, but... Chiggy! Alright, we'll just get it to 89 at this point. We have nothing for weapons now. And then we'll finish leveling that, and then we'll just stockpile everything. I don't think there's any other weapons that really need leveling. Like, we could get the final levels on this, should we need to use it again. But it can stay at level 80 for right now. Favbo I should worry about at some point, should I want to use Farazan. Or even if I got Yelan. And Fab weapon's a fab weapon, so it could be useful. So it should be something to consider. Catalysts. For catalysts, no joke, definitely the Witsith and the sack frags. So like Sucrose would have the sack frags as of right now. Sucrose would be on sack frags, and I would probably put Yanfei on the Witsith if I'm using her as a DPS. If I want to do Tank Fei, if I have C4, she would take the prototype Amber, and Baiju would actually take the Favonius Codex. So that would need to be level 2. Okay. Let's hope we don't get more Claymore users other than D-Luke. Well, I can't say that. I think the Earth chick is going to be Claymore. But that said, I do have the one that's on Beto. That needs to go to 90. I do have Archaic. And then I would probably say Favonius and Sack would be something to level. We need a second Favonius. Hopefully we can get one of those. Just to have on deck. Yeah. And then we have the Sapwood Blade, which is just going to get tossed around people. So, like, Bennett will probably have that when we level him after a while. It's the only one we have. Polearm. Polearm was another problem. We're going to get the catch. You know what? That is something I'll probably have to figure out, like, timing-wise, because I will have to fish for the catch eventually for Zhanglang. She's doing fine on the glitter. Like, she's getting her burst back pretty consistently. So her damage isn't actually too bad. It would obviously be better with the catch, but I'm not too worried about it. The thing I just said about the Favonius, I could fish for the pipe and give the pipe to Farina and give the Fab when ready to Bennett or the Traveler and stuff like that. Sapwood is a good sword, but it is better if you're doing some kind of Dendro reaction. So Dendro Traveler, Kirara. In Bennett too, if you're in like honestly, my Bennett on my main, if I didn't have Skyward Blade, probably would be using Sapwood because I pair him with Emily. So, all right. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of weapons I'm going to need to level. So after we finish Tighnari's bow, we are hoarding those crystals, and we'll see what Natlan brings. But we'll do stuff accordingly, of course. Tighnari was just an unexpected loss on the 50-50, but it made use of that only 5-star weapon we have. So it'll definitely bring up the account a little bit in terms of damage. His stats need to be a little bit better crit-wise. He needs more crit damage. So I'm kind of hoping that, like, because his flower actually I think is the one that has the most crit damage on it, right? Yeah, at 15. So he's got 15 crit damage there, 20 here. Yeah, his feather is absolute chef kiss. Yeah, that needs to be better. His honestly, his Dendro cup could be better, but I don't have another one. And then his crit rate doesn't have any. None of my crit rates had crit damage, and that would take him down to like 30%. So I'm not going to take that off of him for a crit damage headpiece. So work in progress, Tiggy. Work in progress. You know, I actually don't. Actually, I take that back. I think this was the team I was using, but I had Fischl.
Sooner we're done, the better.
That's Rosaria. How the hell did I do that?
Behold, the Prinzessin der Verurteilung.
Na 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 na. Look at that, we're almost at another wish. Tiggy, ta 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 tiggy. Oh, look at that! I actually have all the elements.
turn for the better.
I summon thee! Nice and spicy! Hey-ya! Wings of darkness!
No rest for the wicked.
Mind the side effects.
Under a minute. Woo! Got a gold. Got a gold.
Let the world come alive!
Remember, health comes first. A bitter pill.
Eat this! Booba, get the Dactyl was seen. Time to shine! Midnight Phantasmagoria!
Damn,
A
44
bitter pill to
seconds.
swallow.
Damn. The game's like, build Tiggy. Tiggy is the bestest.
Shower me with praise! Let the world come alive!
Taking a turn for the better.
The Dactyl was seen. Odd reveal. Hey-ya! Nice and spicy. Time to shine.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Wings of darkness. Come. The axe fry pan into the fire.
6 seconds. What the heck? This is the alt account. I wasn't expecting new bullet times. Another goal? Cool. Keep them coming. I can't burst just yet.
Stop that!
There we go.
Let my name echo in song.
Seems like an emergency.
By royal decree. Nice and spicy. Your toast.
Get that energy.
Let the world come alive. Strike a pose. Shadow Raven, let night fall.
Mind the side effects.
Axe fry pan into the fire.
Alright, and one single run. No condensed. Ah, really? You can just give me another set of golds for all my condensed? That would have been so fantastic.
Time to shine.
Remember, health comes first.
The Dactyl is this. Nice and spicy. Odd revealed by. Let the world come alive.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Booba, get them.
Nah, that's okay. That is okay. Tummy, you ate. Well, I don't know why you're making noise. All right. Let's do this. So, honestly, all we need... I would like to get his normal attack to 8, I think. So we'll convert the other thing into that. There we go. And you can just leave that at 6. So we'll go 8, 6, 6. Praxis. Alright, we're just gonna make the 1. So that's the only one we need. And then we needed, I think, 1 or 2 of this. So we're just gonna make 13 of these. Do half. Sucrose. But we're gonna make 4. We'll make 4 of these. That should definitely have us with enough. Yep. Except for I actually need to convert the thing. Because why not? He is the only one I'm using right now for the Raiden Shogun. So we can use one of our solvents. It's fine. Again, one of those things that I do stock up on and be like, there's a better use for it later. For later. Yeah, that's when you don't get your drops. But because we're only concentrating on a few characters here, 2 parties and some flexors, it's not a bad thing to sit there and use them. Talents. And there we go. All right, so we're back down to 1.2 mil. So we have more than when we started with. Cool. Again, that's just leveling talents in a nutshell. Hey, we finished the battle pass. And for our efforts, we shall see a nice flute. Worth it. All right, so I do need to check the teapot. I know I have like no currency in my teapot right now because I dumped all of it to get the crystals yesterday.
Would you care to sit?
So we're gonna save until probably Wednesday. Then we can get the transient resin. So that'll be good.
If you ever had.
Oh, actually, I did do some stuff.
you
Do I
care to
have
sit
anything to
down
make the
and
new pieces of furnishing I did find? I went to the wrong thing. Hey, level 10.
This realm is true.
Rank bonus. Hell yeah. Trust rank max. Awesome. So now we just need to worry about upping this, which we're not far off. We're on luxury and we need fit for a king. What's our actual total points right now?
If you ever had.
Oh, that screen
This
should have told me,
realm is
right?
truly
Trust rank. Okay, so we just barely hit luxury. So we need 5k more points to get fit for a king. 5k points. Which isn't terrible, honestly. Like, I just need to, like, make some sets, put them down, and or just, like, do what I had been doing and just, like, placing buildings and shit. I just need to make sure I have space to do sets and whatnot. I really should go around and collect wood. And seeing what sets I can purchase. We shall see.
If you ever have it.
So now my question. Oh, I only have 600. I'm not allowed to do this. Yeah, that takes half. That takes half of it. And I want to make sure I have that for, honestly, the items here, if it is absolutely necessary. But let's grab our primos. There it is. 20 primos. Woo! And then 20,000 adeptal energy in one layout. So once we get that, we could change layouts and do it again. Which honestly wouldn't be that hard considering you just drop the same shit. 300 create 300 furnishings. That just takes a while because I need wood. Place 300 furnishings in a single layout.
Isn't there anything else more interesting to do?
I don't know. You tell me. Oh, what's that? Baiju has something to say.
Mind the side effects.
That's what you get for blabbing, Farina. Alright, we got the windmill and we got this. Okay. Is it in this that gives the table that I'm missing? Reward details, there we go. House. Thoughtful entrance. Evil banisher. Interior life. Outdoor furnishing set. Outdoor furnishing set. Or indoor furnishing set. The kitchen. No, that gives this. So maybe it's on the next one? Honestly, I need to remember, like, on a Friday or something before stream, just to go into my teapot, my mains teapot, on the alt and just buy something.
Oh, it's just some chronic problem I have flaring up again. Nothing to worry about.
If you say so. Alright, let's think. Let's think. Alright, so Tainari's weapon is the only one we need leveled, which is good. So that'll just probably be leveled later this week, as I get those, the Mystic Ores. I will mine again on Wednesday, because I did it yesterday. So Wednesday I should be able to do it again in the overworld. I can do the underwater ones. I just didn't get a chance to do that, because it was, like I said, I got on late. So I can do that. I can do... We just did Tainari's talents. I don't really want to spend too much more on his talents at the moment, again, because, you know, he's stuck at level 80 right now. So this would be the only other one I would want up, but he would need the Shogun. So he has enough to go to 7. What is it to go? I should have paid attention. How many did I need to go to 8? Was it 8? Ironically? Did it go up in 4s? So 4, 8, 12? So we could just go and do it again, but I don't know if I want to do that. Because this would be the next one I would want to go up, of course. This can... I don't think this necessarily needs to. Yeah, it just does skill damage. And then I can't check what that goes up by. But again, we gotta watch the Mora, so shouldn't do that. Well, we could. Let's go see what this is. Go to challenge. Teleport. I might not do very well in here, just to let you know. Oh, you know what? I'm pretty sure the first one has to do with burning, because this was to, like, showcase Emily. So, let's also, after he finishes talking, let's go, put the Traveler back on Deepwood. On Dendra. I don't know if there's any trial characters in here, or if it's just ours. So let's quickly go to Sumeru. Sumeru, Sumeru. Heal me, please. Thank you. It would help if I had ether. That's right. He's the only one that did 81.
Come across this.
The customary 81. Resonate with Dendro. Weapons. I need you to take the Sapwood Blade back. I did not change any of your artifacts. Your artifacts are still set. And they will remain set. Actually, here's a question. Would Wanderers technically be better for you? In this situation? What do I have? I don't have anything leveled for Deepwood, right? Yeah. Well, that's just not fair for that to be on a 4-star. Double crit. What the heck, 8? So we could run 2-piece here. And when in doubt. And I could run the 4-star. Oh, we have a debt. Ooh. Really? Log that for me, please. I do have a couple exile pieces and instructor. I don't, and berserker, which I don't necessarily need. So go in there. Well, that's just sad. That's just sad. Alright, we had another Dendro Cup. That's good at least. Gotta keep some of these 4 stars, unfortunately. Do you want some of that sweet, sweet crit, though? Any defense, go away. That's... We don't talk about that piece. As an HP piece, that's fine. I think history is going to repeat itself. No, I take it back. He gave me EM, so that's okay. Alright, what do you have as... You have an ER Sans. I don't think that's actually a bad thing. Okay, we did have another 5-star Dendro. Really? That's comical. This is higher crit damage and attack. This has ER. I kind of want to give him the ER so we can keep his burst up. That also has EM and crit rate. But all his pieces are not leveled, so it doesn't really matter now, does it? Okay, so... Now this is where we're gonna get into a little bit of problems. We could do another Glad piece and give him 2-piece Glad. Which means I need to find a Sans. Congratulations, you have an EM Sans. Is it the best? No. Because he looks like this. Though that ratio is much better than I thought it would be. Alright, alright, alright. Fontaine. Event. Let me see. Just burst and attack. Alright, we need at least the hard mode multiplier party setup. Oh, look at that. We do get some trial characters, so that's good. Hmm. I really don't think Eula is going to be useful there. Because we need Dendro reaction, so we need Hyper Bloom and Burgeon. So I think Nahida would be good on the first stuff to do Hyper Bloom. So first one, why don't we do Nahida, Xingqiu, add a little bit of extra Hydro and an Interruption. Official Tainari? Is that the play? Do we do official on Tainari? That one I would definitely want to use Emily. Too bad I don't have Bennett. Okay, hon, I'll see you when you get home. I'll make you some coffee after stream. Okay, so we do want to use Emily here. So let's see here. Again, we don't have much hydro here either. I don't really want to use Barbara because she'll get slapped, but I might have to. Especially if you want to use Emily. So I definitely am going to need Zhang Lang. Okay. Hold up. All right, so what if we did? This is gonna suck. Barbara, Jiangling, Farina, Emily. What's the last part? A bunch of characters here. Kazuha probably. So Kazuha. Hmm. Try to use Kale. All right, I'm just gonna mix it up like this for right now. As long as I get the primos out of it, I can figure stuff out later. Use the same characters. Just use the same characters for all of them. You could. Okay. You know, in that case, but I'm just saying you can repeat characters. Okay. All right. So we'll do Kazuha. My only tip is that I can't use Farina without a healer. Well, I can. There's just kind of no point. Bu- 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 bu. So we could do. Well, I guess that would be that team I was running around with now, wouldn't it? So Baiju, Farina, Zhangli. Set effects. EM, character HP, characters ER. What does they attack for right now? Character. Well, I don't have a shield. Oh, am I just hitting the wrong button? Yes, I was hitting the wrong button. Character receives healing. With the skill or damage, opponent damage. Souls and bursts of all party members is increased by 12% for 8 seconds. Charges normal. Attack. The shockwave might actually be beneficial. Or this. We'll try this one. We'll try the Elemental Master. Oh, but you. Okay, we're gonna do the same. Ah, okay. Uh, sorry. I don't care. We're just looking for the primos. That's all we're looking for. Hi, Nahida.
Everyone hold hands. Make yourselves at home. Witness the power by royal decree.
Can't see? Sure. Rah. Sure. Yeah. Let's nip that in the bud.
I see everything. The Temple of Wisdom.
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
And shroud. Rah. Yeah. Rah. I hear everything.
Let me weave you a birth. Everyone hold hands. Make yourselves at home. Wings of darkness. Come, sever night from day.
One with the forest. Yeah. Rah.
I see everything. Rain outlines your fate. Rain cutter.
And shroud. Yeah. Let's nip that in the bud.
Everyone hold hands. The Temple of Wisdom. No, my sword. Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Rah. I'll uproot you.
I didn't even see how many points we needed. I know it's probably a lot.
Time to shine. Extract. You're toast. Ready, steady, go. I'll protect us. Fresh and floral. Right hand into the fire. Eat this. Let the world come alive. This will brighten up the place.
That sucks.
Let the show begin. Nice and spicy. Yoo-hoo! Come on, we can do it. A little ambiance. You're toast. Time to shine. Boba, get them. Fresh and floral. Strike a pose. La, 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 la. Hey, yeah. A little ambiance. Reconstruct.
Yeah, okay.
Yoo-hoo! Let the world come alive.
Seems like an emergency.
You're toast.
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud.
Shine. Let my name echo in song.
A bitter pill to swallow. Remember, help comes.
Into the wind. Clouds hide. The birds come.
Eat this.
Mind the side effects.
The wind knows me.
Out the frying pan, into the fire. Let the world come alive.
Taking a turn for the better.
The Daculus sea.
One with nature. Time to go.
Why are you not dead?
Fallen leaves. Adorn my...
Hey, yeah. Time to shine.
A bitter pill to swallow. Remember, help comes.
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud.
Let my name echo in song!
Silver. So how many do we need for... Is there another one? No, that's tomorrow. 5,000. Okay. I almost wonder how much I would do if I just used the same team over and over again. Although the Emily team wasn't bad. But we got what we came for. We got the primos out of it. So let me just see. Let's take out... Let's take out that. Put in... We're just going to do the exact same team. So Kazuha, Baiju, Farina, and Zhangling. This didn't do too bad, but I would actually like just to take Baiju if I can. You're not going to let me do the setup I want to do, you bastard. So it would be Baiju in the first slot. Or not Baiju. Zhangling, Baiju, Farina, and that. Oh, I'm at -12. Can I like not set anything up then? Yep. So we're just gonna... Oh, we can't actually start like that. So you can't. That's interesting. Okay. Ba. Okay, so let's take out you. We'll take out Baiju and Farina. So you have to do a separate party, I think. Hmm. Yep, so you can set up the party the same twice. Ish. Alright, well, we'll try this. We'll try this. Yeah. No bonuses here. But we'll see. We'll see.
Sharing my knowledge! Witness the power of Gugwa! Huh? Wings of darkness, come!
I hear everything.
Hey! Make yourselves at home! Ring cutter! Oz reveal vice!
Can't see? Rah. Yeah. Rah. Sia. Let's nip that in the bud.
I see everything! Shadow Raven, let night fall!
And shroud. Rah. Sia.
Everyone hold hands! The Temple of Wisdom! By royal decree, know my sword! Witness the power of Gugwa!
Can't see? Yeah. Rah. I hear everything.
Hey!
As you wish, mein Fräulein.
I'll uproot you.
Tiggy is a work in progress. I don't necessarily really know how to use Sticky.
Shower me with praise! Time to shine!
Seems like an emergency.
Fresh and floral! Let my name echo in song. A little ambiance.
Taking a turn for the better.
The doctor was seen. You're toast.
Where are you going?
Russian floral. Let the world come alive.
Seems like an emergency.
Mama, get them. Hey-ya! Strike a pose. A little ambiance. Time to shine.
Remember, health comes first.
Nice and spicy. You're toast. This'll brighten up the place. Reese. Shower me with praise. Strike a pose. Let the world come alive.
Seems like an emergency.
Eat this.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Time to shine.
Mind the side effects. Taking a turn for the better.
One with nature. Fallen leaves. Adorn my night.
Let my name echo in song.
A bitter pill to swallow.
I mean, they got their burst back,
Seems
but
like an emergency.
The wind knows me.
You're toast.
Clouds high. The birds call.
I'm getting. Let the world come alive. Strike a pose. The doctor will see you now.
Here, ta, fa. Here, ta. Taking a turn for the better.
One with nature.
Eat this. Time to shine.
As one with wind and cloud.
This is nothing. Mind the side effects.
no, still 3,000. That's okay. Like, I'll try to figure it out later. For the characters that I have, it's a little bit wonky since the only pyro unit I really have right now is Zhangling. So, can't really do burning. But we got the primos out of it, which is all I cared about. Though that Mora, that sweet, sweet Mora. And of course, we do have the Traveler that we can rely on as well. I wasn't expecting, like, 3 Dendro characters at the top. Like, Emily, yes, I expected, but I wasn't expecting Kale and Nahida. I was kind of expecting, like, maybe one other Dendro and a Pyro. That way you could be like, oh, burning. Yeah, that's a thing. Although knowing Toyo, they probably would just be like, here's Zhangling. Kaza, there you are.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, but we got that
Time to
all
go.
situated. That's good. Oh, well, we need you.
Yoo-hoo! Out of the frying pan, it's
A bitter pill to swallow.
Into the wind.
Did I get what you go to? Do we see what it goes to? I think we did. I think it was supposed to be up here. Yep. Then it created that, and then it shot us up there, which I believe had... There's still an Oculus up there. Why didn't I go up there? You saw nothing. there's a treasure chest up here. Let's go up here. It's just a remarkable chest by the looks. But that's okay. That's still 5 primos.
Strike a pose!
One with nature.
You're toast!
Yay!
Ooh, what a pleasant surprise! Truly an extra slice of joy.
Mora? Okay, where are you gonna send me? Whee! Oh, that's the end of my journey. I'm not sure why it brought me there, but it did. You know what? We're gonna play a little bit smart here. I've been lazy. I haven't been like changing to pick up the seeds. And you know, now that Forrest has mentioned it, I can't unnotice that lag when there's a multiple drop thing. Because like, or hell, even that. If you're capped on the stuff, you get this little lag. Well, here's a question: have I written this? The answer is probably yes. The answer is probably yes. But then again, there's a donut up here. Like, if I need to change characters, I will. Chances are I probably will need official. Oh. Let's see if there's any anomaly. If we don't see any anomalies, that means I've done it. Oh yeah, there's stuff over there too. By stuff, I mean the crystals. There's crystals on that little island. I believe that's supposed to be the Fortress of Merripede. Oh. Well, be very careful. Do not fall off the edge. Well, I could have just smacked it with Farina. I didn't need to come over here.
Shower me with
Into the wind.
Booba, get them!
I literally did not need that at all. Because I could just hit it with Farina. No, Farina. Alright, I think tomorrow, because we are definitely going to need more and more Mora, whether it be for leveling the characters themselves, the talents, the artifacts, what have you. After I do ley lines, we'll do Zhao or Hu Tao's story quests. Because like I said, I want to do Baiju's, but I can't do Baiju's. Can I just smack it and be done with it? Yes, I can. I want to do Baiju's quest, but I have to do those two as prerequisites. So we might do that, or I'll continue on with the Archon quests and get some resources that way. And we'll see where we are.
A must for the well-mannered.
No. And then see where we're at. Maybe we should start funneling books into like Baiju or something, because like I said, he's going to be the next one to go to 90. And then probably Kazuha. Okay, cool.
What? So all that running around was for this?
Shang Shang, behave.
Ooh, look at that. Yay! Okay. Is there anything around me that I can see that I'll jump down and go get? I see another block, but I don't see what that goes to. Interesting. There's a wind thing here. And a chest? It looks like there's a chest there. What does this do?
The wind knows me.
Okay. Well, right now it just takes me like that. So that's interesting. So it could pop you up here to do this, if it's already up here. To get the, So there's two different ways to get that. Because I'm guessing this path doesn't appear until the boat hits it, so you could hit the wind thing and fly up and get the Oculus. Nope, not that way. There it is. I see a Sealy over there too. So let's just get a little exploration. Finish up the stream like that. I'm definitely at the point of just trying to get stuff all situated, so get all our ducks in a row, so to speak.
Strike a pose. The doctor will see you now.
Into the wind.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire. Hey-ya!
The wind knows me.
Mind the side effects.
Oh, I didn't even realize it was one of the Fatui.
Booba, get them!
Can I please get the chest? Thank you.
What a bountiful harvest!
Okay, there's two of those. So where are you supposed to go? Why are you flashing? Bird, why were you flashing?
Race you!
They can't be too far from where this is, right? Well, you know what else? I was gonna say, you know what's funny? I don't remember where the Sealy is.
Race you!
He's right here. Where you going, Sealy? Oh, you're going over here. Okay. The bird's showing you the way home better than I am.
What a bountiful harvest! Race you!
Oh, it's this, did I actually get the... I did get the chest in here.
Ignorant and
Shower me with praise! Let my name echo in solidarity!
Seems like an emergency.
fallen leaves. Adorn my night, one with nature.
You're a toad! The doctor will see you
Take that, Patui. Man, this team is actually really strong. Never underestimate the power of Swirl. There's a oculus right in an obvious spot too. Was I just not hearing the bling going off? Doingy doingy. Excellent. Was that the... Oh, that's the weird tower thing. That's not... I kept thinking that was the fortress. The fortress is underwater. Because that's the whole point of the Fortress of Mirrorpeat. Is to be underwater. Alright. Is there anything else nearby? Baiju. I do know one of the things I need to look up, not so much now since I hit the rank 10 in the teapot, but I do need to see where the Lindenwood is, which I believe is in Fontaine. I just don't remember exactly the spot. Oh, that's where the boat took off, okay. Like, I don't think these are linden trees, but we can try those. We can try these. Still looking to see. There's an oculus over here. Okay. We're gonna need Kazuha. Let's see if I can... If I can't get high enough, I need to use that. I need to use the jet.
Into the wind.
No, I think he's gonna be just under it. Yep. So let's go over this way. Oh, there's another one. Okay, well, we'll get this one first. And there's two Sealies. Okay. Bad treasure hoarder, bad.
The show begins! At the frying pan!
Becomes the hunted.
Huh? Oh.
The wind knows me.
Nice and spicy!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Go, my friends. You're free. You're free. Go. They're so happy. Look at them. Again, I really should refrain from exploring because my exploration stuff is gonna go away when that land comes out and I have to rebuild it.
Another test subject. Suffocate.
Oops.
Strike a pose!
Mind the side effects.
The wrong test subject.
It's gonna spawn 3 shots? 2 and 3. Yeah.
Take it! Go on. You have my approval.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. if there's anything on the beach outside of those things themselves. Let me guess. The other... No, it's not up there. But there is a chest over here. Shall we?
Yoo-hoo! I'm the frying pan.
A bitter pill to swallow.
Ow!
One with nature.
Eat this!
Poor Kazuha.
Don't forget to wash your hands. Goodness knows where these things have been.
Oh, and then there's this thing. This thing I think does drop a chest, but I don't remember if I've done it. Okay, so let me guess, it's up here. Yep. Easy peasy. Okay. I think that's good enough. Let's check to see what we got over here. Little bit of lag in my life. Okay, we're halfway to doing the Fountain of Lucine, and we got 5 other Hydroculus. So let's just go to a statue of the 7. I don't think that's enough to level the statue. I don't remember, honestly, how many I have put in. All right, so 7 more. 7 more and we get a key. One day I'll just boot up the interactive map. So yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. Like I said, tomorrow I think, other than the ley line, of course, we'll be doing more ley lines just to boost up our cash. So we can prep leveling talents and just leveling the characters. What would it actually take right now to...
Life, death, and the...
Yes, Baiju. And I hit character. How? How did you get that over character? Game. All right, so we have 137 heroes wit. That's gonna, like, wipe out the heroes wit. I know it is. And it takes 129 of the second book to actually go from 80 to 90. Like I said, a week's worth of XP books will easily get you this to do the week. So I'm going to definitely obviously hold off until I get Mora, because it's going to take half our Mora to level him. So we'll get the Mora, and then we'll start just doing a week of XP, just getting people up to 90, because that's going to help out a ton. If there is a day that I feel that I should get a talent book, I will do so. Like I said, we just got Tighnari's. So Tighnari's main attack, awesome. It's all set right now. I'm only going to level 8 just because of needing 2 boss drops to go to 9, and if I want a crown. So that's actually a good stopping place until you figure out who either really needs it or who you really want to crown. But otherwise, I would go just to 9 and stop. But it requires 2. For right now, the weekly bosses look like it's going to be a pep still, because Baiju has none of his drops. We have plenty of Ever Amber to deal with Lynette. Lynette is already 8/8, so she's all good. But it looks like it's going to be a pep. I almost said Scaramouche. The only one that needs Scaramouche right now is Mika. So I'm not going to worry about him per se, but I would like to get a couple Raiden Shogun drops for Tighnari, at the very least, to get his burst to 8. And then I believe I'm going to actually be doing Boreas, the wolf. And that's just because Fischl and Kaya need the exact same item. And I would like to be able to make sure I can do that. And Kaya, I believe, also needs his skill leveled. Correct? Correct. His skill is only level 7. So he only needs 1 more level on his skill. So this probably means on Wednesday, I'll do a run for ballads. so I can get that up. And then Fischl, I think, is 7-7. Oh, she's 6-6 because she needs the same drops as Kaya. So Kaya only needs 1 level. We'll deal with Kaya, and then we'll focus on Fischl, and try to get her 8-8. So yeah, and I'm not gonna outright level the stuff immediately. I'm gonna try to refrain from doing that. The only thing I'll spend Mora on is trying to finish the Amos bow, which with those drops, I don't think I can, right? Are you? It's so close. It's so freaking close. All right, I'll do that tomorrow because we'll make some more ore tomorrow. But it's so freaking close. So we're gonna finish that tomorrow. Ooh, look at that pretty base attack. Ooh boy. So we'll do that, and yeah, we'll do some story stuff. I'm leaning more towards the Archon quest right now than the story quests. I should honestly just do the story quest so I can use some of the keys though. Yeah, I'll try to plan out to do something longer with that. I wasn't necessarily planning on doing that right away, but we might as well. So let's finish out Sumeru, do those quests so we can do like Baiju's story, Nahita's story. Damn, there's just so much to do. But I actually need to go deal with my main account right now and see what I'm doing with there, because this account and the main had the same problem. I ran out of XP ore for weapons. So my idea of trying to level weapons within 1 month doesn't necessarily work, only because I don't have the resources from mining. And part of that was due to, I don't want to say laziness per se, but it is. When I had access to Fontaine immediately, like I should have just kept farming when those appeared and I would be fine. I didn't do that. So if you're planning to start Genshin Impact and stuff like that, my biggest words of advice, 2 things. When you can actually go freely explore the world, I can't remember what AR it is, but I do know it opens up whenever the quest that Catherine gives you to go talk to Liwei's Catherine. It won't stop you from going to explore the world outside of Inazuma, because that's story locked. Go to Fontaine. Like, make the trek, go to Fontaine. For 2 reasons. 1, you'll get the ore. You'll actually get a better chunk of that resource to make the crystal ore to refine your weapons than you do in Mondstadt, Liyue, and Sumeru. Because those ones are so few far in between. It's better to hold on to those ones you have to make the craftable weapons, because most of those weapons are better. Like the prototype amber specifically. Nothing wrong with the map in there or anything like that either, but I feel that those weapons are beneficial for the most part than even the Fontaine weapons. And I'll argue for Sumeru. I'll argue for the Sapwood Blade. It's a good weapon for Bennett. It's actually a really good ER sword if you do not have a Favonius, if the Gacha gods have not blessed you with one. So that's reason number 1, is to get that resource. Number 2, artifact route. You can do the route that I do minus Inazuma. And there's a few extra places in Fontaine you can hit, such as the 3 place spots in Fontaine itself. There's one I used to hit that's across the bridge from one of the Statue of the Seven and stuff like that. There's a couple other places in, more specifically, Fontaine that you can get. But there's also a couple more in Liyue that you can get. So between Liyue and Fontaine, you can do a decent, even Sumeru. Just be very, very careful in Sumeru, because a lot of them have you running through the Eremites. But you can make a decent artifact route to build that artifact XP. And for the alt, I use that knowledge to do that artifact route so early that I had no issue leveling 3-star artifacts when I was getting them and having a decent set on everybody to function until I started getting things like the Berserker, 4-star Berserker, 4-star Instructor, and so forth, and leveling those up. So I had a good set of 4-star artifacts with either the 4-piece set or a 2-piece, and actually was able to farm stuff. Was it still difficult? Yes. Like, let's face it, Eula isn't the best of the best when it comes to DPS. In terms of my setup. And that's also where, like, when things started to really hit hard, you could see where Diona's shield was starting to fail and stuff. And that's why I was trying to get her two-piece going, because I needed emblem for other characters. I needed stuff for Eula. And it was just like, well, Noblesse is just something I should have farmed to begin with, even if I was to replace her with Baiju, or if I got Bennett earlier or anything like that. So definitely don't knock doing a artifact route for like the 3-star artifacts at the start. It will help you so much to actually give your characters that little bit of a boost. Because yeah, I agree with anyone who said this. You are not going to really get anything in terms of farming artifacts through a domain until AR 45. Like, that's the best thing for your resin. If you're going to farm artifacts, you are going to farm artifacts to get the 5 stars, not the 4 stars. And the amount of content creators I've seen just go, oh, I ran out of fodder. And all I've seen them do with the fodder is the artifacts that they farmed through domains and not doing a route like that. The route literally will give you low-level artifacts leveled until you can get something better. In addition to checking those 5 stars, if they're 3-liners, see where that 4th line rolls. And if it rolls well, awesome. If it doesn't, do you gamba? You make that choice. You go to, say, 12. I think 12 is a good stopping point to see where it's going to roll. And then decide if it's, worth your time or if it goes in the trash. And you don't necessarily lose any of the XP on it, of course. You can throw it into something else. Those are the 2 biggest things I would say if you were to start Genshin now. Or if you're coming back and just, like, after just playing a little tiny bit. I have a few friends that only either finished Mondstadt or are still in Mondstadt. But those would be my advices to do to better the account at the start. To make things a little easier at the start. Weapons, don't knock a lot of the 3 stars. Skyrider's sword is still decent because it is an ER sword. What the hell is that sword called? It's the black something. Black iron? This one? Yeah. The dark iron sword. Again, don't knock this because it's the only EM one unless you can make the elemental mastery. Unless you can make Iron Sting. Iron Sting, well worth it. I honestly want to try Iron Sting on my Kazuha on my main. Because right now he's rocking a sack sword, but he might actually need the ER just to keep his rotation up. But, like, yeah, don't knock things like that. Obviously, the Harbinger of the Dawn. Like, I got my Harbinger of the Dawn on my main to level 70, and then I switched. I think Kaya had it for the longest time. And then I ended up getting the Wolf Fang, and I abandoned it. No, actually, 100% level your Harbinger of the Dawn. More often than not, if you do not have a great 4-star equivalent, so if you're not doing the Battle Pass, for an example, that's going to be your best bet. That is going to be, like, I should honestly want... I have a Wolfang for Alhaitham. I kind of want to see what he does with the Harbinger of the Dawn. Just for shits and giggles. I can't do that right now because I don't have any Orf. Because I'm still leveling the catch. But I guess that would be another third thing too, coming to weapons. Fishing sucks. It's annoying. It's annoying because of Paimon. It gets better in terms of its interface once you can get a stabilizer. Once you get the stabilizer, it's a lot easier. So I kind of wish I stuck with it on my main until now, instead of just doing it now, because I would have had the catch much earlier for Zhangling. But at the same time, I didn't have Zhangling because of reading comprehension. For those, I said this early on. I think it was right after I got Zhangling. Reading comprehension was not my strong suit. Just so people can see, whereas it would be in events. I think you can still see it, right? Imaginarium Theater, Echoes, Emily, Genius Invocation, Test Run. Oh, okay. So normally in this item, when Well, on Friday you'll see it because it'll reset the abyss. The abyss will be in this list, and over here somewhere, it'll tell you your progression in it, right? So it'll tell me that I got to chamber 12 or floor 12, chamber 3, right? So and it'll tell me how many stars I've gotten. Well, when you first go to do it, it says that it hasn't begun yet. So my brain triggered, oh, I can't go into it just yet. Even though I have it unlocked, it's just like, it just needs to reset. That's fine. I didn't care. Like, that was fine. And it just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. I was like, that seems weird. And Forrest goes, well, let's just try going in and see what happens. And then it started doing the progression. And I was like, oh, well, I feel like a freaking idiot because I just misunderstood what it said because of the way it was worded. So I was like, okay, fair. Got Zhangling. I did what I could with her. And then she sat forever. I managed to get the Catan to make her a little bit better. Because I didn't craft whatchamacallit, the star glitter or anything like that. And then I was looking at her talents recently because now I use her with Emily and Arlecchino. And I saw that she didn't even have level 8 talents at all. The only reason they were so high was because of her constellations. I was like, well, then that explains her damage. Like, it wasn't the Kitan's fault, really, but, you know, that's a little bit of a thing. But then again, at the same time, I would argue maybe the Favonius would be better. Because with Emily, I have to have her on Favonius. Because she needs to generate the particles for the party. But yeah, reading comprehension. But definitely another tip would be to focus on 1 to 2 parties if you're doing the Abyss. That are pretty solid. Sometimes the parties don't work. Like my Arlecchino team did not function on the first half of floor 12, this current Abyss. The only reason that we, and by we, me and my husband, could 36 star it was I changed Nouvelette's equipment, specifically his book. And I was like, damn, that's faster. So when we had problems on the first floor, this is when I was using Arlecchino, I was like, okay, I just need to test Nouvelette. That's the only reason I'm in here. And you could see seconds, like, actually shaved off the time. It's like, that was faster. That was faster. That was faster. I got to the point where I almost 3-starred the other 2 chambers with the first floor being stupid, right? And Forrest was like, I don't think Arlecchino is going to work because I just don't have the damage from her and her supports to do it. But he's like, what about Alhaitham? And I was like, you know what? I didn't even think about Haitham. So I had problems with it. That's more of a skill issue because I was messing up where I had to stand to get things to line up and stuff like that. So Forrest was just like, okay, I'm going to do it. Let me do it. So we logged into the PlayStation. So he had his controls and it was trial and error multiple times, but it was just like, you know what? Yeah, if we can clean up the first part, that's easy. It's an easy clap, and it was. Now, is that leveling at least 2 teams? No, that's me actually just going in and getting the resources to level the characters I had already ascended to 90, and even that helped. It's why I wanting to push ascending and getting the characters to 90, because I know that ascension / level will make a difference. The difference here is that I do have 2 full parties, some of them a hodgepodge of each other, and then 3 other characters that get slotted in. So Lynette, Beto, and now Tainari. And Tainari honestly kind of feels like he's replacing Kaya as a main DPS because he is stronger, even though Kaya can just crit whenever he wants. And that's okay. It's okay for characters to get replaced. Some characters need to be leveled before others. And sometimes they'll just sit on the shelf. Kaya will come back. Absolutely would come back in some way, shape, or form. Honestly, when I get Bennett C1, I wouldn't mind making the party that I run around, which is a Varina Vate Melt team with Kaya. And it's just a stupid team that's a lot of fun. The problem just remains resources. And for a new account, beginner player, it's best to keep your focus on the smaller part of it and at the same time build up those resources. So if you're going, well, I don't really care about the Abyss right now, where the party's split. We're not going to talk about the ones that are just single party, right? Because if it's single party, you can just go in with that main party you have and you're fine. It's when the party's split that you're like, oh, now I need more characters. Focus on your main party, having fun, and making sure you can actually clear what's around you in the overworld, the story, and stuff like that. And then worry about the second team. Maybe think about that second team as you get your characters, because if you're free to play, you're going to have to deal with the characters you get. It's why when I was just like, well, do I pull Emily with the guarantee, or do I wait for Natlan? And like I said, there's a part of me like is looking at Natlan. Mulani wouldn't be bad because I wouldn't mind having another Hydro DPS because Hydro is something that's kind of scarce. Because Cry 4-star Hydros only have 4 people. So you have that. But at the same time, it's like, well, what do? I have Eula. But the thing about Eula is that she is very niche because she's physical. And physical in Genshin, though fun, doesn't play nice with all the other reactions. It feels like it doesn't play nice with the other reactions. So, you know, getting her and making like a freeze team or a melt team, vape team, whatever, you know, might be a good idea. And it sounds like she's pretty strong from what I've heard. Kinich for me is a pass. It sounds like he would be a better version of Alhaitham, maybe. But from what I understand, he's there to kind of play nice with Emily. This account doesn't have Emily, so fine. But then we had that Geo 5-star we've been talking about. Now, that's a ways out. Ways out. So she can get nerfed, she could get buffed even more for all we know. But it's kind of that dangling prize, right? That little dangling string that you want to bat at. Or the keys jingling. She sounds so good that I do want to save for her. And the only reason that I'm kind of like, well, do I use that guarantee on Emily is dependent on the 5 stars. Yanfei I can try to get at any point, off banner, standard banner, kind of thing, just to get the C4. And that's the only thing that's dangling there that makes me go, kind of want to do that. I kind of want to still pull on this banner. But the 4 stars with Mulani could be better. And that's something to take into consideration. Do you want to pull for 4 stars? Not really. But here's the little asterisk, okay? So another piece of advice, pay attention to it. Just keep it in mind. You could look at the 4 stars and go, oh, there's Fischl, there's Bennett, there's Xingqiu. Like any of the top characters, we're going to nix Jangling because she's been there really, really often. And like pretty close together too, because she was on Arlecchino and now she's on Emily's. Bennett to be a little bit since he reran, right? No, he was on Clarence, right? I think he was on Clarence. So no, he's been here pretty frequently too. And Xingqiu was recently reran as well. So the only one we're missing is Fischl. But in terms of like constellations for characters or a character that you would like to have on your roster, do not pull on a 5-star limited banner just for a 4-star. Because even if you're like, oh, I'm at 0 pity, it's fine. I got Emily in 10 pulls. Just to clarify, I got Emily in 10 pulls. You can get a 5-star at any point. Yeah, just keep an eye on your pity regardless. Because more often than not, you go to soft pity at least. But do not do that because you're going to waste resources and you're going to probably regret getting the 5-star. Now, if you're on 50-50 and wanting to try to lose, that's your gamble. If you're like, oh, I'm not going to win the 5-star. Don't ever bank on that either. Because you might be surprised and get a character you really, really didn't want. I kind of have that with Navia. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm glad I got Navia because after that, I was like, well, I have the 5-star at such an early pity. I just decided to cut my losses on trying to get Sucrose cons, went back to trying to get Mist Splitter, and I ended up with the Verdict. So I was glad I did get Navia at that point because I have her signature. And she, even though she's not perfectly built, she actually does a lot of damage on my account. So that's a plus. It might surprise you or whatever, but don't pull for the 4 stars unless you want the 5-star with it, because you might get it. Do I think that Genshin is worth playing at this so late in the game, going into 5.0? Absolutely. There's just so much to do that the reason I waffle so much on the alt is because there's so much to do. I just really want to build the characters and then have a little easier time going through like I keep wanting to say MSQ, the Archon quests. But that's the reason I waffle on it so much. Because that's what I want to do. And was like, yeah, I'll use my fragile resins to level Tainari. Forrest is correct. I should actually use that fragile resin on the things that are day locked. So yeah, I need to get ley lines done. Because without the Mora, I'm not going to be able to level anything. And then I feel it's a waste of resources just going after the books. It's just a way that it just triggers in my head because it's not an immediate level up, so to speak. So even though I know it's going to take time, I just want that satisfaction of seeing it go up, regardless of.
But if you never test them,
Oh, he's still going crazy. But like, within a few days' time of getting him, we have him at 80. 80 is a fine time to stop him at this point because I don't have the stuff to ascend him. He's halfway though, right? No. Oh, I still need these. You need to stop sniffing stuff, Taidari. And I need more of these. Okay. We have the important thing up at 8, which is his main attack. No cons. His artifacts are pretty good. And stuff like that. I did throw him together really quick. But that was because it's literally the fact that he can use a 5-star weapon and I want to make him as usable as possible. Even with my my skill issues with bows. But no account is going to be perfect, okay? You're going to have to put the work in. No one's going to actually get a perfect artifact, a perfect pull right out of the gate. You know what I mean? Like, you'd have to reroll constantly to try to get a 5-star at the start. And just get incredibly lucky. In terms of artifacts, like I said, I rolled past his artifacts. There we go. Like, his flower is decent. I love his feather. His feather could not be better, if I'm being perfectly honest, for where those rolled. His stance, however, sucks. And that's what I'm talking about. So it's just like, deal with the copium. You don't have to put in, you could take this to, like, I took it to 16 in hopes it was going to hit crit rate. It didn't. Maybe it hit crit rate at least once, because it's at 7, so it might have. But it doesn't look great, and the only thing he really wants out of this is crit rate. You're really going for the elemental mastery? Yes, but he is a main DPS. I would like him with crit. And that's just the way the cookie crumbled. He'll have to get another on-set Sans at some point. Or an on-set Dendro. But unfortunately, that's the name of the game. If you can deal with, like, all the random stuff and the grindiness of it, this is like old school RPGs to me in this sense. Specifically, Disgaea. And Forrest pointed this out to me when I started doing the work on my main account to spruce it up, make it better, get the characters to 90, leveling the weapons, and then shifting gears into, like, at least right now, ascending Emily and getting her artifacts. And then once I get more resources, like XP books and Mora, just to have on hand, specifically the Mora, I will start, like, going, okay, let's do a month of trying to spruce up our Lakino, which mainly means going after artifacts and going after this kind of stuff. Disgaea, you kind of have to do that, because you can put in what are they called? The residents, like certain residents that'll up certain stats in, like, your armor and, like, accessories and all that stuff, and make it so that they're better on the characters, so they'll have higher attack, higher crit, or whatever. And then there's certain things you had to do to get the best weapons, which was like You needed a legendary of a specific weapon, which was like the second best in the game. Go into it, reach floor 100, defeat the item god, and steal. Before defeating it, you had to steal the ultimate weapon off the item god. And I did that multiple times. Multiple. Because I enjoyed the hell out of it. I enjoyed reincarnating the characters to make them stronger and watching them just go be like level 20 and just obliterating things that were like over level 10, like a level 1000. It was fun. And that's kind of where I vibe with this game. But note that that's what the game is. It's open world, it's full of exploration, the story is good, the characters are fun, it's gorgeous. Just note that this is the bread and butter of it. And you can also get friends to help you. This is the other thing too, unlike the Skya. You can get friends to help you. I've had Forrest come in and help me, whether it meant he controlled everything, like I had him log in the account because I was behind on doing stuff to get stuff done, or he's actually let me go into his world to get stuff, or actually just doing co-op with me when I needed help. Because that's how we got through Dragonspine. I needed to go through Dragonspine, and I didn't really... I hate that place. Solo, I hate that place. Co-op, it was a blast. What I'm saying is, though, as much as I'm rambling, and I know I am, this game, I was completely wrong about. When it first came out, I thought it was all co-op. It was screaming Breath of the Wild, which is a system that I didn't really enjoy. I don't really like action games. I'm very much a traditional JRPG girl with the turn base. So that's why I was kind of looking at Star Rail. And the funny thing is, after playing Genshin, I don't know if I could play Star Rail. I think it would be too boring. No offense if you do enjoy Star Rail, by the way. But yeah, I was wrong about this game, and I strongly suggest people give it a try. And note that you do not, and I will stress this enough, you do not have to spend a dime on this game if you don't want to. My suggestion, if you do want to spend, like, I can't tell you how to spend your money, but if you want the better experience of spending, Battle Pass and Welkin. It is the same price in total as a sub to Final Fantasy XIV. So you can think about it as like a monthly subscription, and you get resources. Every day when you log in for 30 days, you get 90 primos. So you get over 2k primos just for logging in for the month. 1. 2, you get 300 Genesis crystals. So those can get converted 1-for-1 ratio into primo gems if you really need the extra, or you can save it. And honestly, if I were to, if I,
anyone know
I love that you still like ranting. But if you did want to save, you could save for the skins. So 300 a month. You know, so what is it? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So 6 months. Which does seem like a lot, but you know, if you're really not going to spend them on primos or anything like that, and you really want to save 6 months, you can get one of these skins here. Like, I would honestly, if I were to do that, I would do the Welkin, save for 6 months, and grab Kaya's skin. Is that more than just the top up to get Kaya's skin? Well, let's see, it's $30. And we're going to ignore the fact that I haven't done the top up here, but so case in point, I could do a 15 top up right now because it would be the bonus, and it would be half the cost just to get Kaya's skin. Just to get Kaya's skin. In that time, it would be more promos. So, out of curiosity, just out of curiosity. Boop. Okay. I hate how I can't use it on my second screen. I have to minimize that first. For 30 days. So yeah, without the top up double bonus, okay? Because with the double bonus, it would be more just for the one-time spend. But you get 2,700 primos with a month's worth of Welkin. So we're gonna times that by 6. That's 16,000 primo gems just from spending $5 a month. Just from that. And then, of course, there's the battle pass, which I'll show very quickly.
Flaws are-
The sheer amount of stuff you can get from the actual purchasing is insane, in my opinion. It's like, oh, there's 2 heroes wits. Oh, that doesn't sound like a lot. True, because you can get 4 minimum from a ley line. But you get extra talents, you get extra resin, you get a lot more Mora on the battle pass. You get an acquaint fate. Or intertwined, excuse me. You get that, and then you can get the I almost tried to scroll without the controller. Where is it? Is it 30? It's 30. Yeah, and then you can get a weapon, which is way better than a lot of the 4-star weapons in the game itself, for free to play. So like, honestly, if I were to buy the battle pass on this account, I would 100% grab Wolfang for Kaya. Would it bring his crit down? Absolutely. But I think it would be better damage-wise for him instead of the Harbinger. But that just means I would have to up his artifacts to get a better well-rounded damage. And then, of course, you're getting these babies over here. And then at the very, very end, when you finish it, yeah, you get your fate up here for the standard banner, and then you get primos, just primos, instead of just one fate. This is multiple wishes. It's well freaking worth it outside of the normal top-ups. The only reason you would do the other top-ups is if, one, you just wanted to outright buy a skin and that was it, or you're whaling. So you can definitely be a free-to-play player, still function, and be a low-budget player, and make something great. You do not have to whale. Well, I went on a tangent that I didn't mean to for like 40 minutes. So that's going to be it for me. I apologize, kind of. But I just wanted, like, again, I really am having fun with this game. Like, this is the same enjoyment I used to have on Final Fantasy XIV. And it's okay to, get burnt out on something. And, take a step back and whatever. I enjoyed my time with Dom Trail, though I am critical of it. I'm critical on Genshin too, and that's a lot of quality of life stuff. But I'm just having way more fun with it. And I think it's just because I'm not restricted in any kind of way. I can make goofy teams should I want to. Like, I've been running around with Emily, Zhangling. It's pretty much the Farina team, but it's Emily, Zhangling, Bennett, and Kaya. And it works, sort of. I mean, Kaya is melting. He's not freezing or anything like that. It is just kind of funny just having him run around like Sonic the Hedgehog because his skill just comes back fairly quickly. It's just been a lot of fun. So if you're interested in Genshin Impact, 100%, just, it's a free game. It literally is a free game. Give it a try. There is so much stuff to do now. Don't be discouraged if you can't beat something. It'll come with time. And, well, effort. Just time and effort of building your account, and eventually it'll pop off. You could get lucky and on a limited banner of a character that you love. And that's the other thing, too. Don't worry about the meta. Don't worry too much about the meta. Yes, think about how your account might function. There's challenge accounts out there that do, like, only X weapons, only swords, only bows. So they're missing out on, like, if you're doing an only bow account, you're missing out on a character like Kazuha. You're missing out on a character like Duvalette. But that's part of the challenge. You can challenge yourself in that way, but also Rule for your favorite characters. Yes, power creep is a thing. So for a big example, Hu Tao was a powerhouse. Like she had some skill ceiling things because of like the jump cancel if you don't have her C1, I think it is, to do stuff. But Hu Tao Vape was pretty powerful. And then for a long time. And then along came Arlecchino. Arlecchino has power crept Hu Tao. But if you love Hu Tao as a character, because she's absolutely batshit crazy, pull on Hu Tao. You love the Hydro Dragon? Pull the Hydro Dragon. That's me right there. I love Nuvolette. It just helps that he's really powerful. But like Zhongli, like I had no idea Zhongli was going to be the shielder that he is. I mean, it makes sense. He's the Archon, but I had no idea that he was going to be a staple on my account the way he was. I just wanted him because he was husbando and a dragon that wielded a spear. Never mind meta or anything like that. You know, looking at Natlon's potentially 2 banners, we'll get that confirmed Friday, but potentially who they're going to be. So Mulani and Kinnich. I could use Kinnich on my main because unfortunately Alhaitham doesn't really work with Emily. But at the same time, I'm looking at it from the point of view, it's like I have on-field DPSs right now. I think supports are better. And if Raiden Shogun is there, I probably will pull on Raiden. And that's almost kind of the way I feel with the alt too, just because I'm like, I know I'm missing pieces to make teams function. But again, if there's a character I really like, so like for an example, if Klee came back as a separate banner, there's a chance I would roll on Klee because I like Klee. Yes, she's an older character. She still does pretty good damage. Imagine what she would do with the signature weapon itself. A lot of people would say to that. Unfortunately, a lot of the older characters didn't have their own weapon. There's ways to have fun with this game, and you don't have to listen to the meta players to have fun. So do yourself a favor. Look at your account. Find out what you can do to make it better to function for you. If you're planning on trying to do the Abyss, then you're going to have to be more mindful of how the combat works and how characters interact with each other. But if you just want to run around with like the Fontaine crew of Farina, Arlecchino, Nuvolette, and we'll say Risley because I like Rio. You know, you got 3 DPSs there in a Farina. Is it going to function? Not really. But you could do it. Just have fun. And when it comes to the Imaginarium Theater, like, that's a whole other kind of mess. Because the first time with the Imaginarium Theater, I couldn't do it on my... Like, I could do hard mode on my main. The only issue I had was it kept giving me Animo characters, and I had nothing to swirl. So there was a problem with that. I just fell into RNG hell. But the second time, and the alt can be said to this too. On the alt, for the first round, I could only do the easy mode because I didn't have enough characters. Because this time around, it's Cryo and Animo, I had a couple extra characters for that. My main apparently didn't have enough and can only do normal mode. You don't necessarily have to push with all your resources. Again, if you really enjoy building the characters and stuff, like my husband does, like that's his biggest focus on this game, is to just level characters and have fun, collecting the characters and having fun. It makes it so that he can do the theater, because he does do that. Because I was main focused so much on the Abyss, I didn't have those characters leveled and stuff like that, at least even at level 80. So it'll come with time. Yeah, you might be losing out on a little bit of resources, but don't dwell on it. You'll get there eventually. You'll eventually have enough characters that you can just go into the Imaginarium Theater and just trounce it. And this is the thing. The Mountain Room Theater is actually better than the Abyss because they do give you trial characters, 5 of them, and you don't need to star anything. You just need to complete the main objective. So you don't need anything bonus wise. You just have to complete it to get the resources. So ideally, it's better than the Abyss. But both endgame contents will take time. Anyway, I don't know why I went on that rant. But I will see everyone tomorrow. Like I said, we'll do the moral ley lines, and then I think we're going to continue on with Sumeru Archon Quest and see how far we can get with that. Because we'll get some wishes from that. We'll get primos, and we'll get, obviously, books in Mora. Ideally, what I want to do, because like the reason I don't do bosses on stream is because I kind of want the bosses to show up naturally so you see them. So it's not really a spoiler when I do it. So once we get that, we'll get at least 2 bosses, technically, because I will do Nahita's quest as well. But I hope you all had fun, and I'll see you all tomorrow.